Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll share with you how to draft a bustier with an inverted QueenAnn neckline. You also learn how to eliminate a zipper bulge and also how to snatch a waistline. If you're interested in all of this, please subscribe, sit back and let's get started. The materials I'll need for this work are my pattern paper, tape roll, straight ruler, marker, scissors, French curve. For this work, I'll be using marker, but when you are drafting at home, please use your pencil. So the first thing I'll do is to come down by 1 inch at the tip of my pattern, and I'll mark a straight line on that 1 inch. This straight line will serve as the starting line and also the shoulder line. From this shoulder line, I'll place my tape and mark the shoulder to bust measurement, shoulder to under bust, and shoulder to waist. The shoulder to bust measurement here is 11 inches. The shoulder to under bust is 13 inches, while shoulder to waist is 16 inches. Then I'll draw a straight line across this measurement. So once I'm done with that, I'll label it. This is the bust line, this is the under bust line, and this is the waistline. Now that I'm done with that, the next thing I'll do is to take the shoulder measurement. The shoulder is 16 inches. 16 inches divided by 2 will give me 8 inches. So I'll mark the 8 inches, then I'll label it also the shoulder line. The next thing I'll do is to take the neck width. I'll be using the neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll come to this shoulder line and come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I'll connect from the neck width down to this shoulder slope. After that is done, I'll create my armhole. I'll come down by 8 inches for my armhole. So I'm using my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I have a detailed tutorial on how to create a perfect armhole for all sizes. I'll drop the link for you on the description box. So I place my tape across also to make sure that I have 8 inches in order for me to achieve a straight line. So once I'm done with that, I'll connect from that 8 inches up to the shoulder slope. Then under this armhole, I'll draw a straight line. This straight line will serve as the chest line. So the next thing I'll do now is to take my dart. In order to do that, I'll use my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, which will give me 4 inches. I'll mark the 4 inches on the bust, under bust and waistline, then I'll connect it. The next thing I'll do now is to tighten my under bust. At this side front, I will impute 1.5 inch. Then on the center front, I will impute 0.5 inch. I have a detailed tutorial on how to contour and tighten the underbust for all sizes. You can check the link for it at the description box once you are done with this video. So if you're on the bigger size for the bust, you can use 1 inch at the center front and 2 inches at the side front. So the next thing I'll do now is to come down by 0.5 inch to create the bust curve, and this is in order for me to eliminate any sharpie effect at the bust area. Now if you're on the bigger size, this 0.5 inch you can come down by 1 inch. So the next thing I'll do now is to place my French curve properly and connect from that 0.5 inch down to my dart allowance. The next thing I'll do now is to create the armhole. I'll place the tape on this armhole line and look for the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll mark it. After I mark it, I'll place my tape across the chest line to impute the chest line measurement. The chest line measurement is the bust circumference divided by 4, and this will give me 9 inches. At the midpoint of this armhole, I'll go in by 0.75. Then I'll connect from the shoulder slope down to this midpoint, from the midpoint down to the chest line. After that, I'll mark the midpoint of the shoulder line. Once I'm done with that, I'll connect from this midpoint down to the dart line. The next thing I'll do, on this chest line, I'll come up by 1.5 inch. Then at that 1.5 inch, I'll come out by 0.5 inch on each side of this line. Now, if you're on the bigger sides, please use 0.75. Once I am done with that, I will connect from this 0.5 inch on each side down to the bust line. So the next thing I'll do now is to create my neckline. So if you remember, I used 3 inches for the neck width. I'm going to still continue with the 3 inches. So in order to have that curvy effect you saw on the pattern, I'll place my French curve this way. Then I'll connect from this dart leg up to my neck width. As you can see how beautiful my neckline already looks. Please, if you love what you see, drop a heart for me on the comment section. So the next thing I'll do now is to draw a straight line across this part of the second dart leg. After I draw this line, on this line now I'll go up by 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect from this 1.5 inches down to this dart leg, creating that nice curve at the center front. And if you've watched this point, thank you very much. Please subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And as you can see, I am done with the neckline. The neck width 3 inches and the neck depth is about 7.5 inches. So the next thing I'll do now is to replace the dart I took at the overbust, and at the underbust I'll impute the underbust measurement. The underbust is 31 inches. 31 divided by 4 will give me 7.75. Then I'll replace the 2 inches that allowance I took. Then on the waistline, I'll impute the waistline measurement. The waistline measurement is 33 divided by 4. It will give me 8.25. Then I'll replace that allowance I took of 2 inches. Then on the armhole, I will impute 1.5 inch sewing allowance. I'll do that also on the under bust, then at the waist also. Once I'm done, I will connect all the measurement. If you notice, I didn't add any measurement at the bust line. Yes, because I'm using the same measurement for the chest line. So I'm just going to connect from that chest line down to the underbust, from the underbust to the waistline. So in order to drop the back, I'll also come down by 1 inch for the starting line and also the shoulder line. Then I'll draw a straight line. After that is done, I'll come out by 2 inches to mark the zipper allowance. I'll draw a straight line across that 2 inches. After that, the next thing I'll do, I will impute the shoulder measurement. The shoulder divided by 2, which is 8 inches. After that, I'll place my tape on the shoulder line and come down by 11 inches for the bust and 16 inches for the waistline. Then I'll draw a straight line across. After that, at the shoulder line, I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll also create the neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll connect from that 3 inches down to the 1 inch for shoulder slope. Then I'll also label the bust line and the waistline. Then the next thing I'll do, I will impute the armhole measurement, which is the shoulder divided by 2. I'll also place across to mark the 8 inches so that I'll have a straight line. Then I'll connect from that 8 inches up to the shoulder slope. Then I'll draw a straight line under the armhole line to create the chest line. After that, I'll place my tape on the armhole line and impute the midpoint. Then I'll place the tape across the chest line to get the chest line measurement. Then I'll connect from the midpoint of the armhole down to the chest line measurement, creating the armhole curve. If you notice, I didn't go in for the ease allowance at the armhole. After that is done, I'll mark out the 4 inches for that line, then I'll connect it. Then on each side of the dart line, I'll come out by 0.5 inch. Then I'll connect from that 0.5 inch all the way to the chest line. If you notice, I am not slow because we are basically doing the same thing we did for the front, but with a slight difference. And the difference here now is that we don't have underbust line, and at the waistline we are taking 0.5 inch for the waist dart. The next thing I'll do now, I'll come to the neckline and come down by 1.5 inch. You can come down by 1 inch because this neckline for the back bodies is high to meet up with the front neckline. Now for the bust measurement, I already impute that measurement on the chest line. Before I impute the waistline measurement, at the zipper allowance, I will come in by 0.5 inch. Then I'll connect from that 0.5 inch up towards the chest line. Then at this waistline now, before I impute the waistline measurement, I will come out by 0.5 inch. Then I'll connect from that 0.5 inch upwards this way. Then it's from this 0.5 inch now I will impute the round waist measurement. So the round waist measurement is 33 inches. 33 inches divided by 4 will give me 8.25. Then I'll impute the 8.25. But if you want a snatched waistline, you can remove 1 inch from your actual measurement. So the actual measurement here is 33 inches. So you minus 1 inch, it will give you 32 inches. So you divide 32 inches by 4 before you impute the round waist measurement for both the front and the back. That's if you want a snatch waist. So the next thing I'll do now is to replace the dart allowance and add 1.5 inch allowance at the armhole and also at the waistline. I'll also come down 1 inch from the waistline. This will serve as the sewing allowance. So this is basically all on how to draft the back bodice. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut the back and also the front bodice. If you've watched to this point, thanks for watching. Please watch while I cut so you know how to cut yours, and don't forget to subscribe and feel free to check out my channel. Maybe you see other videos you would love to watch. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you in my next video.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play.